You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming, and 70 minutes worth of the gaming drag. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Beyond the Harbor. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alrighty. The next few moments passed me in a blinding haze of nondescript events. My fuzzy brain could barely comprehend the words passing lips, the flurry of feet pattering in the sand, and finally on the old wood of the dock. Yep, alright. Sam's tongue could cut through all my mental roadblocks. It always could. He never stopped speaking, even if I didn't respond with more than a smile and a nod. What could he be asking me, I wonder? Had I agreed to something awful? Would I care if I had? The slurry of words crossing into existence began to fade over time, as even Sam's distinct voice became less pronounced. And then everything was quiet. The sun was our ordinator, yet to set on the horizon of our lives. Perhaps I'd hear a quiet sigh out of V, or a nonchalant chuckle out of the cat, but more than anything we were cursed with the overwhelming gravity of silence. I think I could shout into those waves, scream until my jaw came loose and threaten to fall right off, but I wouldn't. Not here. Oliver, you've been thinking about that cat, haven't you? Want to throw yourself into whatever he tells you to. Can you feel your fingers twitching right now? Aching to touch him on impulse. Did you love him, or was it something else? I shake the thoughts away, turning my gaze out to that hateful sun. I think I have the memory engraved now. Probably won't forget this anytime soon if I'm lucky. I wonder. Will the offer I remember say the same thing? Alright, that is the days of our life. No, it's Beyond the Harbor. So we do have another chapter to get through. So let me... Oh, it's fading to... Okay. Alright. I do like that. Okay. Sam? Interesting. You've seen 66% of this memory? Guess you aren't done here yet. I'll still be here whenever you're ready to return. Huh. I want to do more. I think I'm going to skip doing that again for now. It's a lot of probably the same content that we've seen. Oh. Proofreading. Okay. Skip. Okay, can't skip. No, can't skip. Motherfucker. Okay. Come on. Alright. Give me 1 second, y'all. I am going to get some water. I will be right back. Damn, y'all. That is some good-ass water. Oof. See you on the other side. This game always had some great music. Okay, so I am... Oh. Huh. Interesting. I'm still interested in... Let's see. Continue options. Continue, begin. There we go. Back into the water you go, motherfucker. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. Alright. Rendezvous? Have I done Rendezvous? Let's see. Okay. The cold, gentle moonlight illuminates my face as I attempt to read the hastily scrawled note in front of me. After midnight, beach alone. Despite probably being the least important thing I'd gleaned from it, the first thing I noticed was how tiny and neat the lizard's handwriting was. His handwriting was particularly girlish, for lack of a better term. I pass under another lone streetlight as I neatly fold the note and place it back into my pocket. Oh god. Hey, what's that? I jump as the cat's voice pulls me from my thoughts. Ah! crumple the note and shove it back into my pocket with as much haste as I can afford. Oh, what is what? He chuckles. You were staring at something, weren't you? Something important. No doubt considering how intensely you were looking at it. I put on a fake smile. Oh, that? Nah, just some trash I had in my pocket. He cocks an eyebrow. Just trash? Yeah, Mama wrote me a grocery list last week and I held onto it, I guess. Uh-huh. His grin returns in full force. That must be an intense grocery list. A bead of sweat rolls down my forehead as I try to come up with some panicked excuse when suddenly... It's in Spanish. I wipe my forehead. And my Spanish is really rusty. But Mama insists I practice, you know? He places a finger on his chin. Ah, is that so? He squints his eyes, his cheeky grin widening as he takes a step closer to me. Well, I think that's pretty stupid. I try to lean back on the wall, but if I were any closer to it, we'd have merged to become a single being. Makes me think of back when I was a kid. Mom and I flew out of the country for the first time all the way over to Hong Kong. Her brother or something had died. I don't remember. Didn't care. Something about a face. While I was there, I met my grandmother for the first time. Oh. He takes a merciful step back, giving me a bit of room to breathe as he elaborates completely unprompted. That woman was absolutely insufferable, barely spoke English, spent most of the time waggling her finger at me. Mom obviously hated her too. Nearly as soon as we arrived, they had an argument. She took off, leaving me with her. She didn't say anything before she left. I was just sort of stranded. He pauses for a moment. Fuck that bitch. Anyway, my grandmother decided that she was my primary caretaker now and put me right on her Cantonese regiment. I, of course, had zero interest in learning a useless language. I stared at him. Surely it wouldn't have been useless. I mean, if your family speaks it. Like I said, useless. I frown. Okay. He shrugs his shoulders, blowing at a small sigh as he does. She'd sit me down in a windowless room and force me to practice all the stupid characters. That shit was miserable. Stroke left, stroke down. I hated just about every second of it. His voice trails off, and after about 40 seconds of silence, I chime back in. So, what did you do? He snaps back, returning from his short trip down memory lane. Nothing. I blink. Nothing? Yeah. I just sort of stuck there. I had to obey if I wanted to keep getting fed and whatever. If I wanted to eat it, I have to ask for it in her stupid language. What is going on with these environments? Lasted about 40 hours in that room before I cracked. I was so determined, too. I had convinced myself that if I dropped dead in that room, that awful woman's head would roll. After a few days, I began to lose track of time. I furrow my brow, but he continues before I can interject. Eventually, Mom came back to pick me up. I'm pretty sure that bitch wanted to keep me there for more than just the summer. Mom said no, and they got into another huge argument. Mom won out in the end, of course. I'm here now, aren't I? I fold my arms. And that was the end of it? His gaze grows a little more distant as he continues to remember. She tried to convince me to stay with her. She said it was my choice. Okay. His trademark smirk returns to his face in full force. I responded, yeah, I don't know what that means. He laughs, leaving me completely out of the loop. Eh? What does that mean? He opens one eye as he stares me down, a sly smile adorning his face. Don't worry about it, detective. It's not relevant to the case, I promise. He takes another step closer to me. You know, I haven't told that story in a long time. You got this thing about you that I really like. I brace myself as he takes another step, inching it closer to my face. You're kind of a dullard, but even when you're trying your best to be deceitful, you've got this genuine quality to you. You've got such a pretty face. His final step forward is the most brazen yet, and I feel his wet breath on my nose. Second, y'all. Water time. Alright, y'all, and we are back. Okay. I remain silent, trying to keep my expression neutral as he reaches a wayward hand out towards me. It takes almost all my willpower to not flinch as his finger brushes against my cheek. Are you not used to getting compliments? He pulls away, revealing a single tear, now stuck to his finger. Guys typically don't cry when someone says something nice about them. I'm more surprised than the cat to reach up to my own face and feel that familiar wetness. What the... He chuckles, shrugging again. Just as surprised as me? I close my eyes, causing more tears to slide down my cheeks. I didn't realize... No. I shake my head. I was nervous, sure, but... I think I'm gonna go take a walk. You had plans? I blink, more tears streaming down my face as I do. What? It's already after midnight. I squint. I don't know what you're... What, you want me to come with you? Sorry, I'm gonna have to pass. Moonlight Escape sounds romantic and all, but I have some other things to take care of. Okay. I fold my arms, but he just falls back on his bed in response. Sorry, as much as I enjoy your company, some things just come first. I sigh, pulling my sweatshirt over my head. Well, if you insist. I'll be back in a little while. He limply waves at me as I pass his bed. God, Maine wolves are so cute. Even now, as the events unfold in my memories, everything feels off. Sam is strange. It's hard to get a read on anything he does. He jumps between being oddly genuine and absolutely full of shit. Am I out of my league? I raise my free hand to my cheek again, and sure enough, another tear. How unbelievably frustrating. I feel instant gratification as soon as my feet have left the pavement and dig into the sand of the beach. It's a little embarrassing, but I'd been in such a rush to escape the hotel room I'd forgotten to put on my shoes. I wasn't exactly used to walking around barefoot, but whatever, I'll learn. Is it even a skill worth learning? Besides, the last time I was here, Sam and I took off our shoes anyway. I just had to be careful walking on the way back. I did pass by some glass, but otherwise this little town was surprisingly litter-free. I'll have to be careful not to leave any bloody footprints tonight. Ah, good evening. You know, I'm not usually one to talk to the moon, but I'm a drifter tonight, too. And some part of me deep down feels right doing it. Get a hold of yourself, detective. Nothing good will come out of chatting up the moon, for fuck's sake. A cool evening breeze sweeps over the beach, strong enough to gently rustle my fur, but not quite enough to blow the sand I kick up as I walk. I'd always been afraid of traveling, growing up. Mama was protective. She wanted to keep me safe, even if it meant missing out on some of the things most other kids did. Actually, I'm going to pause it right there, y'all. I'm tired. Alright, thank y'all so much for watching. I love you all, and I shall see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!